Hey guys, so we are going to continue doing my Spirit the Horse nails. These are a custom order and we've already done these. So the last character we're going to do is, I don't know his name, let me check. Okay, so his name is Little Creek. I just checked. How did I not know that? Seeing though I watched the film just for this set. Okay, so I've already painted my nail white. And I would do this on camera, but I'd already pre-painted them white, so they are ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to pop Little Creek on the screen for you guys. Let me just grab a nail stand. Right, so for this, I will be using my Sturdy Boy 15mm. And I'm actually going to do his outline in, this is a top secret, sorry, in this colour. We have some new colours coming very soon, so I'm going to use that one. And I'm just going to mix it with a little bit of top coat. So it's kind of transparent. It's just going to make it a bit easier for me to erase if I need to and cover up if I need to too. I'm going to start in roughly the middle like I always do. I'm roughly going to find the center of his face, which is his nose, and I'm just going to begin by sketching that in. So we're going to kind of do a little bend. Now notice how I am just kind of sketching. I'm not really going straight in with like full-on lines because I really just want to try and perfect the placement as much as I can. Sometimes it feels so weird when you paint cartoon characters because every shape is kind of strange. So this is kind of a broken V now. I hope you're liking these full-length tutorials. I'm going to try and do more, and we will be adding some Disney ones. So please let me know in the comments what you would like to paint along with me. And please make sure you tag me on your socials, because if you're following my tutorials, I would absolutely love to share your work. These are almost like little squares. So under his nose is almost a tiny little U. And it's almost in the center of that gap. And I'm probably going to do one side, one side. And then his lip. It's almost a little smile line. And then two humps. That one might be a bit too high, I might have to edit that one. So he literally just has a top lip and then a line on the bottom. Let me just put in that side of the mouth. It should be in line with this nose. So about there. And the same. I'm going to lower that top line for sure. Let's go about here. And then yeah, his bottom lip is literally kind of soft line with a flick either side. Like that. I find it so weird painting a non-Disney character because it is what I specialize in, and I feel like this kind of animation is so different. So it's actually a really good learning curve for me too. Okay, so his eyes. You want to come a little bit lower than this point, and you want it to kind of be in line with the edge of this nostril. Like that. And then you're just going to do a diagonal line. So then we're going to do another one here. I'll put a lid on that. And then pull it out, just like that. I do hope I'm in focus. It's one of the hardest things when doing these tutorials because I'm in like full concentration on the nail. And then when I look back to edit, I'm like, no. I wish I had a cameraman. So I'm just placing the the eye in now. And it's just a circle, but the eyelid is cutting off the circle. I am just going to paint that in so I can see it more accurately. Probably not the best brush to colour in because it's so fine. But we move. Okay, so now I've done the eye. I can see that I've actually probably done the top part too high. Or have I? I think it might be his eyelid actually that needs to come lower. Oh, okay, we'll be fine. Absolutely fine. Okay, so we've got one eye in. I'm gonna do his eyelid, which the corner follows this corner. However, the top eyelid actually is wider up here, so it'll be something like that because he's kind of doing a soft smirk. So where that flick is in line with his eyebrow. So we're going to pop that in there. We're going to do a diagonal line opposite to this one. So this way. And we're going to pull that down. I might have pulled that a bit too far in. I haven't done any curing yet, and the reason is because I kind of want to get the whole sketch in before I cure so that if I need to rub any parts out, I can still do that. So his eyebrows are in line, so I'm just gonna almost just put a little dot there so I know where the eyebrow will be, just to help me make everything in proportion. So for this eye, we're gonna come a little bit lower than this nose line, and we're gonna do a diagonal this way. So you got one this way, one this way, and then a diagonal line this way. And I think this eye is smaller. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put his eye in. So we're just pretending that there's a circle there, but we're going to chop the top of the circle off and the bottom of the circle. And I'm going to just paint that in because it will be this colour anyway. Okay, so his eyelid is a line that mimics his eye. So I'm just going to leave a tiny gap. I'm going to follow that eye line and do a little flick down and a little flick down that side. See how it gives him a soft expression? Okay, so where I marked that eyebrow earlier, it should be directly in line with the base of that eye, which is perfect. So for this eyebrow, we're going to do a diagonal line this way. Now, what I'm going to do before I continue with this eyelid is I'm just going to put in the side of the face because the eyebrow is connected to it. I don't want to do a big eyebrow and then the face is too wide. So I'm going to actually mark where the side of his face should be here, which is about there. Just like that. And then his head is about there. Okay, I think I did that way too wide. I don't know what happened there. However, I'm just going to leave it for a minute and put this eyebrow in. Okay, so his eyebrow, the curve is about there. And then it's nice and thin on the edge, and then it kind of goes thicker, kind of like that. And yeah, I definitely did this head part too wide, so I'm going to change that in a minute. That looks good. Okay, I'm going to put the side of this face in. So it's a nice diagonal line about there. So I'm going to put in this piece of hair here, which is a nice swoop like that. And that's quite a thin piece. And then I am going to add in the second piece of hair. And this center part of hair is kind of in line with this nose part, so it's kind of about there. I'm going to connect up that headline. So then this needs to connect down to that eyebrow. I think that's better. I think that's much better. Right, let's put in his chin. So I'm going to start by finding the corner of the chin, which is kind of in line with this nostril, maybe about there. It's got a slight diagonal line to his chin, and then a soft curve, and I'm going to pull that out. He's got a neckline just shy of that corner. And then his neck would be in the center of this curve, in the center of this line here. Oops. Hold on, let me clean that up. That's because I was looking at my phone trying to be in focus, you see. I've left this in real time for you guys as well, because I know you keep asking for real time. Oh, that's my dog. I know you keep asking for real time videos, and I always feel like no one wants to listen for that long, but if you guys are asking, I'm gonna do them. Okay, so his hair over here, I'm waiting for that to dry, by the way. I will come back to that. I just cleaned it up with 70% aspirol, oh god, alcohol. And while it's still wet, I don't want to paint on it. Let me just put this dimple in, which is in line with this eye. So it's about there. And then I'm going to pull in this hairline, which is about there. Side of his face. I think this isn't chiseled enough. I don't know why. Something's not right. I think it needs to be more... It needs to have more corners on it. So I'm actually just going to take that away. That side's not too bad. But I think maybe his chin needs to be lower. I'm just going to actually take that all away. Right. I'll come back to that when it's dry. So at the moment, I'll go ahead and do his hairline. So where this little corner is here, you want to do a soft line. That's where his parting is. And now we're going to just do a nice soft head shape, but I want to make sure I end up in the right space. So where this corner is where the corner of his head will be, like that. So we want to do a soft line like that, and then pull it down. And on this side of the face, the hair it curves right in over here on his cheekbone. So I'm just going to pop that curve in, and then I'm going to connect it. Just keep your lines soft for this. And then that will connect down to his neck, but we'll do that after we've done his chinny chin chin. So what have I done wrong? I think I'm going to actually make this mouth line a little bit longer. Yeah. So while that's drying, let's pop his ear in, which is just a little curve down there. And his hair. Okay, so his chin. Right, let's go back to this area. So the mouth, the bottom of the mouth, I feel like I did it too short. That's better. That's much better. Right, so his chin. Needs to be more sharp like that. More chiseled. Right, so just shy of that chin corner will be his neck. He's got a wide neck, so halfway on this line is the other side. And then we're going to pull in that line we rubbed out earlier. Looking good. So where you've done this line here, leave a gap and then put in a soft semicircle like that. Now imagine a diagonal line here. And then in the center of that semicircle, a curve. We're just giving him a chest. Shoulders. And then we can pop that hair back in. There he is. I'm going to pop that in the lamp and then we will colour him in. Okay, so now I'm just going to literally colour him in like I would a colouring book. Is if I done him too dark? Now I'm just questioning my choice of colour. Maybe I should lighten it a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to lighten it. Okay, so now we're going to paint in the hair color, which is, it's quite a dark brown. So I'm going to actually mix a dark brown with some black, and then I'm going to paint in the hair, and I'm also going to paint in the eyebrows. So I'm actually going to take that same dark brown and I'm going to go over all of those lines that I've painted on top of. You should still hopefully be able to see them slightly through the paint. So the brush I've been using to erase all of the mistakes is my Squeaky Clean brush, which is available from my store. Okay, so what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to pull in the side of the face slightly because I think it's a little bit too wide, but we can actually do that by colouring in the hair. So I think I need to come in about here and pull that down to there. Like that. This chin is driving me mad. What am I doing wrong? Okay, okay, that looks much better. Much better. Right, that looks good. So I'm just going to clean up the nose area a little bit. And I think I'm going to thicken these lines slightly as well. I'm a sucker for doing super thin lines, and when it comes to animations, cartoons, sometimes I think they are supposed to be a little bit thicker. I think I trained myself so long to go super thin that now sometimes I go too thin. But that's okay. I might need to switch to Skinny Minnie. I should really. Just gonna almost add on two kind of circles on the end of here. That looks good. Don't forget his little creases under his eyes. His nose. What is it with cartoon noses? Okay, I think we are gonna, oh, let me just do his ear line actually. So for this, you just want to do a little straight line. And then just come above the bottom of that straight line and do a little curve, just like that. Just going to tidy some of these lines up. Okay, I think that looks really good. Let me just check all of the hair is correct. And I will outline his eyes in a sec, his pupils. Okay, so for the pupil area, I'm going to use my skinny Minnie, and she is exactly that. She's a super skinny 9mm, so she's going to be perfect for doing the pupil area. And the reason I didn't do it at the same time as the other outline is because if I make a mistake and I have to rub out the pupil area, I'm going to end up smudging the eye outline, which I've already perfected, so I don't want to do that. So he actually doesn't have any pupils. Sorry, I don't mean to keep saying pupils, it's iris. Okay, so I'm going to do the right side first. I'm going to start top to bottom. And now I'm going to do the left side, and I'm going to do top to bottom again. Too much pressure there. And on this side, I'm going to flip it upside down. Top to bottom. Top to bottom. Okay, that looks good. I'm just going to put in, wipe my brush off and add a little bit more brown in this section here. And I don't really need to cure because I'm just using such little gel polish. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to cure that. So with the same brush, I'm going to do some hairlines, and I'm going to use a pale colour for this. So this is a pale brown. Oh, that might be a bit too pale. Yeah, I'm going to darken it up a little bit. I think I'm actually going to use the skin tone colour. Yeah, I am. I'm going to use the same colour I used for the skin tone. And we're just adding in some outline, and you're probably only going to see it on the dark areas. I don't know if you can see that, this brush is so fine. I absolutely love this brush. And then just some hairlines down here. Okay, that looks amazing. I'm gonna cure that. Okay, so we're gonna add some shading now, and I've actually mixed some of that dark brown with some top coat, and it's gonna give you a transparent color like this. If you think it's too light, just add a bit more of your brown and mix it up. And the reason I like to use a transparent color is because it's not going to affect the line work you've just done. So you can paint over the lines and it's not going to matter. And I'm just looking at the picture reference for the shading areas. You can do this on your own. You've just got to imagine where the sun would be and where would be in shadow. But if you have the picture reference, then even better. Okay, so the last thing on him is the eye whites, and I'm going to use my little cutie detailer for this. It's a short brush, but it kind of has a little round nib, so it's perfect for doing dots. It's almost pretty much like a mini dotting tool. Super mini one. You don't want to use a point brush for this. For example, Skinny Minnie. Skinny Minnie has a ultra fine nib, so it's probably just going to bend as soon as it hits the character. Perfect. Pop that in the lamp and we will do the backing. So I've kind of gone with blue sky backing for these because it kind of matches the nail I did here. So I'm just gonna ombre from the top to the bottom, dark blue to light blue. Okay, let's go ahead and top coats. So this is a custom set. I think she's going to be so happy. Don't forget, guys, please let me know what tutorials you want to see next. I probably will do mostly Disney ones, knowing me. But if I get any more custom orders like this, I will be sure to do some tutorials so you can paint along with me. Bit of fluff, get off. Don't forget to follow, comment and like. There it is. Gotcha. Okay, let's pop that in the lamp. So there he is, all finished. Guys, please make sure you join in. I have a tutorial of all 3 of these nails. So yeah, you could do them all and finish the set and then tag me. And here is the full set. I am obsessed. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I will see you next time.